What did it take France, British, Germany, Italy, for them to become what they are today? What did it take America for it to become what it is today? These countries that I just mentioned, they don't have gold, they don't have diamond, they don't have platinum, they don't have bicots, they don't have uraniums, they don't have petrol, they don't have all these minerals that you know, name it as you wish, that are found in Africa continent. Yet, they manage to be having strongest economy out there. They manage to develop their countries. They manage to fight against unemployment. They manage to build their countries in a very professional way, and that's not the case for Africans. Why is it that the petrol of Africa, the diamond of Africa, the gold of Africa is not something which Africans have to benefit from? Instead, it has to be something which have to benefit other nations out there around the world. Why? Because we need to ask ourselves these questions. And guys, trust me, it is only by asking ourselves this kind of questions that is how we'll be indeed able for us to figure out what could be the problem or the main reasons behind all this. Why is it that the mineral resource of Africans, it is something that get to benefit other countries around the world and not for Africans? Well, it is all for the simple reason why things have remained in this position. Because Africa will refuse to be united. Because Africa will refuse to speak one language. Because Africans will refuse to love one another. So, in other words, the division of Africans, it is what drives these people in order for them to continue looting Africa as their wishes. Yes, Africa, it had a lot of leaders before. Muammar Gaddafi, Robert Mugabe, Thomas Sankara, Patrice Lumumba, Kwame Nkrumah, name them as you wish. These leaders, they came forward with this initiation of trying to make Africa become a powerful nation out there in the world. These leaders, they had the dream of putting a United States of Africa. Why not? Why did it only have to be applied when it comes to the USA and not to Africans? But this mission, it is something which the Western, they have come to realize that if we let these people be united, then we will never for generation to come to be able to put our hands on their mineral resource. So what they did in the first position was for them to come and put some barriers among Africans. In other words, they came and imposed borders on Africans. They said this one is Tanzania, this one is Zimbabwe, that one there is Ivory Coast, this one there is Chad, so on and so on. They share Africa continent if like it was a birthday cake. Why? Because they know very well that in order for us to manipulate, in order for us to be able to control all these Africans, we need first to make sure that we divide them among themselves. Once we are able to divide them, then we'll be able at least to take control of the Africa. That's why you see France having their own countries which they had colonized. Belgium, they have their own countries which they had also colonized. British, they have their own. Italy, America, British, all these countries as we know. Why? Because they know very well that the unity of Africans, it is what can be their nightmare. So since they do not want Africa to develop, since they want to be the masters to these Africans, they have only one mission, which was to make sure that they stand against Africans, they stand against the unity of black Africans. Well, after a couple of years, we saw how they pretend to liberate Africans. They say that now you're having your freedom. But this freedom, just to find out that no, actually, it's not the freedom which me and you we thought of. Actually, this was a freedom which only they managed to leave you physically and not economically and not mentally. And that's the reason why you will see these people, whenever Africans, they want to come together with one idea, whenever Africans want to come together with one solution, you'll see these people, they go insane. You'll see these people, they go crazy. They'll try everything to divide you. They'll try everything to put conflict among you Africans so that no one should not be able to go on with this kind of initiation. Now, they've been doing that until they come across these Pan-Africans which want to do things differently. These Pan-Africans which have a different visions when concerned to Africa. And of course, it was all just speech which can come through the mouth. But right now, things seem to be taking another direction, to the point that Africans, they are now supporting each other through the diasporas. They can put the mind together through GoFundMe. They can put different constellations in order for them to support one another. You guys, you all know what is happening, as we spoke in our previous video, in Burkina Faso, on how the government of Burkina Faso, they've been facing a lot of challenges which is coming from the Western, because they don't want to see that government lasting there forever, because they don't feel comfortable when the people of Burkina Faso, they're in control of everything. They want to put their own, should I say, their own government, their own puppet president, so that they can be able to control and loot the minerals of those our Western brother in Africa. Now, to see Ibrahim Traore becoming even more determined to deal up with these people, that end up even revolting them very hard, to the point that they have to come and put any kind of effort in order for them to take him down. Well, at first they thought maybe Ibrahim Traore was alone, but they were surprised now to see some of African brothers and sisters who are raising up in the different part of Africa continent, including in diasporas. They are showing their solidarity and support to Ibrahim Traore by telling him that we are here to support you with any necessary things that you need, whether it is financially, whether it is through fighting weapons, whether it's through whatsoever it is. They are willing to support Ibrahim Traore. Now, this is a very good initiation. It's a very good idea of showing that actually our fellow Africans around the world, they are now understanding the importance of this unity of black Africans. Because guys, we are the only continent which remain behind that have not been developed in the good way. And in order for us to develop this country, this continent, in order for us to grow up our economy, we need to come together as one nation. We need to come together as Africans. We need to understand that Africa continent, it is all we have. And if we have to lose it, the next generation tomorrow for our children, they will blame us. So we need to fix at least the mistake which our parents, they have committed back then. We need to fix things. And Africa diasporas, they have started understanding this message. They are coming up. They are raising up around the world. They're like, okay, I think this is a good idea. Each and every Africans, they are seeing on which way they can support one another. So this sent a very strong message to the Western. And the message is very simple and clear. Just to let them know that if you guys don't want to stay out of Africans' affair, if you guys don't want to give up on African matters, well, you'll have to face us on your way. because we'll make sure that you find us on your way, and then you have to deal with us first. Africans are tired. Africans, they have now started understanding that it is about time we start doing things differently. We start like supporting those who have good initiations for Africa people. Those who want to stand in the front line and saying that no, we are here to fight for our true freedom. We are here to fight for our economy, to fight for our development as a nation. Those kind of people who taking that kind of risk to stand in the front line, they have the support of the entire Africa. And when you look at someone such as Ibrahim Traore, that's what is making him remaining that strong right now. Can you imagine what would have been Ibrahim Traore by now if he was not having the support of people of Burkina Faso or Africans? For the fact that he received different delegates which are coming from diasporas, coming with their money, saying that no, as we are going to support the government of Burkina Faso with this kind of weapons, maybe with drones, maybe with this and that. You can tell that this is kind of motivations which is even motivating Ibrahim Traore to remain more focused on his fight. So guys, it's very important for us to note and keep in our mind that the unity of Africans, it is what will defeat the Western mafia in Africa continent. The day you will understand, all of us, if we can only understand that and start applying all the necessary or basic methods that we're supposed to be doing, guys, I'm telling you, things will change around. Things will start happening in a different way. But if we still have division among ourselves, if we still quarreling among ourselves, if we're still treating each other in some funny ways, trust me, it's still going to affect all of us sooner or later. It does not care which part of Africa you are. It's going to catch you soon or later. Because if one of your country, they don't do good, one of your neighboring country, if they're not doing good, and you look at them, instead of you seeing on how you can come together with a solution, and then you are busy laughing at them, tomorrow, whatsoever is not looking good for them, it will affect you in one way or other way. So, it's a very good idea to see these young African leaders coming together in order for them to work in behalf to work together in behalf of Africans. It's a good idea to see at least them putting each other hands and trying to see on how to support one another. So, wherever we are, all of us, we need to support these kind of brothers. Because if one raise up somewhere there in Burkina Faso, another one maybe in South Africa, another one maybe in Niger, so on and so on, another one maybe in South Sudan or North Sudan, you know what? How powerless this Western will become in Africa continent. Because right now already, they have started crying of what has been happening. Now, what will happen tomorrow when Africans, they decide to come together as one nation? Do you think the United States of America will stand Africa? Do you think France will even come and step and try to say something on Africa? I don't think so. So guys, the main solution to our problems, it is ourselves. We need to have the courage to look each other into the eyes and say that, okay, it is because of our behaviors, it is because of our bad way of doing things, that's why we're going through this. But the only way we can stop this is when we decide to stand together as one nation, we'll be able to go forward and defeat all the mafia of the Western who've been trying to destroy Africa for all these years. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, before you leave, make sure that you give us your thumbs up, like this video in your numbers, and share also your thoughts in the comment section. Tell us what you think about this unity of Africans, which African leaders are calling for Africans to be able to support one another in any way possible. We'll have a look on that, and I believe that will be all for now. I'll see you again later on for a next episode, which we will be preparing for you this evening. So for now, continue to be yourself. Be good, be kind, have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. I'll see you again very soon in our next video. Ciao, ciao.